Thank you so much for inviting us.
Thank you for coming along.
Thank you. So why specific Israel was chosen to get the new aircraft?
Two reasons really. One, it's a really important route for us. So we've been flying to Tel Aviv for 87 years. The last 20 years of which we've been flying long-haul aircraft. We have 2 flights or 3 flights a day, depending on the season. It's just a really important route. So obviously we put our newest and best aircraft on very important routes. However, it's also the case that the type of route suits the A350 very well in terms of the level, the capacity of the aircraft, the optimum flight length, mix between cargo and passenger. It just works very well for this route. So it's really both the fact that it's important and that it's a right route for this kind of aircraft.
Okay, and what are the favorite destinations for the Israelis? Because Israeli loves the most.
Well, so approximately half of our passengers between Tel Aviv and London transfer in London and go on somewhere else. A huge proportion.
So it's not just for London.
No.
London and
it's absolutely. As you know, the Israelis love travelling, but they don't always like changing planes too many times. So the advantage of flying British Airways is that not only do we serve over 400 destinations in the world through ourselves and our partners, but specifically for North America, we have an unparalleled ability to fly people direct. So we serve 29 destinations. Wow. We connect with 29 destinations. And the timing of our early flight out of Tel Aviv, which is 6:20 a.m., a little early.
That's what I'm good because you have all the options for
it arrives at 9:45. So tomorrow that means I can be at my desk at 10:15. But for other passengers, it means they will be on their way to hundreds of destinations, or specifically up to 29 in the US. So last year, we flew to Austin, Texas, Charleston, all sorts of medium-sized cities as well as the big ones. We're very strong on the West Coast where there's huge tech, as well as a lot of fun. So really that's where our Israeli customers are going all over the world, particularly North America.
And there's a lot of low-cost companies that offer the same route as you guys. And what do you think their future holds, like for the low cost, comparing to the British and other companies?
Yeah. So here's our view on it, right? Fundamentally, we are not a low-cost carrier in the sense that we do have a standard of service on our aircraft, which caters really for every taste and pocket. So yes, if you'd like to fly first, or we're one of the few airlines to continue with that, very luxurious Club Suite, which I was talking about today, an amazing product. But equally, World Traveller Plus and World Traveller, of course, the huge numbers of our passengers are in those cabins. They are also a little bit different, a little bit iconically British Airways, a little bit more comfortable. However, if you book early, if you choose the right flights, you can get phenomenal value in those cabins as well. So in that respect, I would say we are low cost, but we offer a huge choice. It depends when you book. It depends how much demand for that particular flight. But we have plenty of people on our aircraft who are wanting to spend the least they can spend to make that journey, and we totally respect that and we welcome them as well.
What kind of new destination did you just launch, and how do you choose the destination?
So choosing the destinations is really simple. We fly where our customers want to fly. So we are continually looking at demand. And we also, by the way, get a lot of requests for...
Really?
Oh yeah, absolutely. People say, I really think you should fly to that destination. And so we're continually looking at that. Just this year, I personally was on our inaugural flight to Islamabad in Pakistan.
Really?
We hadn't flown there for over 10 years. We had a lot of demand for it. It is a country with a fascinating history and incredible topography, and some good clients. So absolutely, we launched that. I think Charleston. I was there the other day. Beautiful city in the US. To go there. Austin, Texas. Phenomenal. It's got a phenomenal tech scene, it's got a phenomenal music scene. There's an incredible, I don't know if you've ever been to South by Southwest. It's an amazing annual event, which is a mashup between technology and music. It's a great destination for both business and leisure. So we continually launch new destinations. It's entirely about where people want to fly. It's where they want to fly and where it's safe.
Last but not least, how do you think the aviation market will look in like 100 years? 100 years
now. That's actually a good question. Well, the thing is, it was our centenary this year. So, of course, 100 years ago, we started. And I'll tell you what it looked like 100 years ago, and then we'll think about the future. So our first flight had one passenger. which from a commercial point of view was good. There was only one seat, so it was 100% load
Okay.
factor. That was okay.
Full booking.
And a full flight. And we went from London to Paris. And he took along a newspaper, a pot of clotted cream. This is a British speciality. It's very kind of like, it's not great for the calories, but it's rather tasty. And also a brace of grouse. This is the kind of bird that you can eat, basically. I have no idea, by the way, what to do. And so I guess now we are flying hundreds of people, hundreds of kilometres an hour, all over, you know, for 40, 50 hours. It's an extraordinary. I think air travel will be unbelievably fuel efficient then, and unbelievably fast. I do think a lot of people say, oh, what happened to the Concorde? You know, how could we now be subsonic when we were supersonic? I believe supersonic travel will absolutely come back. It will come back without the noise footprint and the environmental footprint that it had at that time. And so I do think we'll be crisscrossing the world. I do think, look, it's wonderful when you bring, as a blogger, experiences of other places to people on their phones, on their computers. I think, though, that doesn't replace travel. I think what you do is you inspire people to travel more. Look, it's whether it's for business or for pleasure, there's too much passionate about it, right? I mean, you know, you want to go, I love it. I'm taking my family to India at Christmas. You know, I think we will be traveling still. It'll just be without the environmental impact we have now, a heck of a lot faster and more luxurious. But of course, there's a bit of a trade-off, because the faster it is, the less time you have to enjoy the entertainment and food. So maybe we will have a happy new year. Anyway, really nice to meet you. Thank you very much.